So I have like 4 examples of this creature art portraits that I have constructed directly from the patterns of rocks and rocky landscape, you know. You see this? I show you the original photos. See this? Do you see any dragons? Do you see any creatures? You don't see that. You don't see that without the effect. Or I guess you could see that, but I didn't see it before I put the effect on. And that is to highlight the patterns, how the patterns are arranged. You put it in another perspective, and this kind of perspective will be out there naturally. And then you get like the impression of this creature that you can identify undoubtedly as a dragon. Or maybe we are kind of living in different dimensions or something. I don't know how. It's like sometimes you. I'm sorry. We gotta pack up the shit, man. Yeah, it seems like I was wrong all along. There's no dragons. There's no huge carcasses or huge, humongous monsters. That doesn't exist. No, no. Look at this. This is how the Earth is crust is moving and all that. Yeah, no. Do you have the scientific data about that? We knew that all the time. Yeah, it's called the tectonic shift, and we discovered this in the 1960s, and so I guess that this patterns just randomly arranged like this, and through some kind of tectonic movement. Thank you very much, tectonic shift. Thanks to you, I can easily make really badass, freaking awesome looking dragons very easily for some reason. Yeah, so this podcast is about this specific thing. Know that these patterns, they are arranged like this, you see. This is exactly what I want to talk about specifically. You don't really need to believe me that I think this is a dragon, or it's look like this, it's that size, it's laying here. You don't need to believe me, you don't need to convince anyone. I just want to show this specific phenomenon. This pattern are arranged like this, and this is what this is all about. So my journey to making a dragon art portrait. It started when I was in a Midnight Sun Festival in 2014, where I took a photo. And some years later, I was playing around with this mirror tool, and I saw this pattern occurred and created a portrait, or it made this figure, this kind of a species, like an impression of a creature, and this is like a thing. So I didn't really pay much attention to that for a while. I just had it. Years went on, and then I came across this guy called Roger Spur, and he have this channel called Mudfossils University, and he claimed that there is like he claimed that this thing in Africa is a hundreds of kilometer long dragon fossil. See, of course, yeah, but I'm not taking credit for the claim that huge carcasses are laying out all around over the earth. But I do agree with it. But I can't take credit for that theory. It was not my idea. I believe maybe George Spur is the first one that it's like on the front line, the first one who ever acknowledged this like it does. I don't know if anyone else has talked about before him. I don't know. But they say he discovered this 10 years ago, And he said the world is made up of huge, gigantic carcasses of monsters, dragons, you name it. Yeah, and that's just sound ridiculous. No one ever heard about that, But hey, wait a minute. Do you remember Viking mythology, and shit like that? Myths, Some say like myths used to be recognized as historical facts. I don't know if you ever heard that one before, but I hear that, and I believe that. That is probably the truth. And at least someone gotta talk about this. You know, see how detailed this is. How could it be so detailed like this? If I don't talk about this, who else gonna talk about it? No one is gonna acknowledge it ever. I acknowledge this. I document it, and I show you this exists. So basically, area-related myth portraits are the main subject here on this channel. That's just look at this logo. This is exactly why I made this logo. Oh, or this logo kind of made itself. You know, that's for another story. This phenomena is the main subject. So I want to invite you to my page, to my forum, Petrified Fossils, Illustrations and Art, and hopefully someone will do like me and post their area-related myth portraits. I'm looking forward to discover other mythical impressions in the landscape than just dragons. Maybe you're living in a cool place, a very awesome place full of mountains and rocky landscapes. Maybe you could do this. You go out there, take some photos, play around with the mirror tool, and make a portrait like this. Post it on my page, and let's build a database, a mythical database. Yeah, let's build our history. Let's reconstruct our history. And I really want to see what people can discover out there. There is something phenomenal about these patterns, that they are this way. Especially this is my best example. I mean, just look at this. This is arranged like this naturally. Not lying to you, you know. You see, this picture is taken from this location. And I suggest you go on that Google Maps, and this is the area. You go to Bodø and you check out the thing I talked about. And you see for yourself, make up your own mind. If you don't agree, that's okay. Please acknowledge, please join my page, and if you can find such patterns and create portraits like this, then I want to hear about it. Then I want to see it. But do you think that's crazy that I think this landscape from here are 400 kilometer long dragon fossil? Yeah, no, that's just insane, far-fetched. Yeah, yes, it is, absolutely. But you know what? Some think this is a dragon. Look at that thing. That's pretty big. And this one, even crazier. That's like thousands and 10,000 kilometers long, dude. I know what you're thinking. What the hell has he been smoking? But hook me up with some of that shit. Yeah? Yeah, you will know. That's crazy. It's unbelievable. This dragon is called Satan. Yeah? They really think this is Satan. So I get this thing right here that looks like a fossilized serpent's head. You know, I haven't talked much about that. You know, remember Jormungandr from God of War 3? Yeah, that's not a freaking Jormungandr. That's a freaking paper, man. That ain't no Jormungandr. This is fucking Jormungandr, you know? See that? That is shaped exactly like a freaking serpent's head. You know, exactly. Just the shape is simple to observe. It's totally appropriate to observe and look at patterns and shapes and make conclusions. Don't listen to the initial. Now we need like DNA tests for everything. But you know what? Exactly that thing I wanted to talk about. You know, because I was joking about. I was exaggerating. I will, of course, would be awesome to get DNA verification of the mountain that Ashaugen I called it, but its actual name is Børvastinden, Perkarstatinden in Norwegian. Yeah. So, anyways, it will be freaking awesome to get a real laboratory analysis, verification of DNA, that there is DNA here, that this rocks that it is made. Everything will be made of it even. So I guess it shouldn't be that difficult to find a soft tissue that is testable, because the body of anything is 100% DNA. So I guess that I guess that shouldn't be too difficult. So I will go ahead and I will write it down in my to-do list, and then I may make sure I do my best to get that soft tissue. I probably have to maybe get a good drill or something. And then we drilled inside a rock, like without equipment. So I don't even know what equipment, but I should probably be able to get it. Yeah, because everything is made of DNA on the body. Maybe everyone can at least agree on that. So that is why the simple reason why I think these patterns are like this. It's I don't think that statement, that explanation needs any, like it's very intuitive to understand what happened, like a logic onto it, or like some kind of simplex logic. I don't know what you're gonna call it. A phenomenon. Yeah, a phenomenon. This is a phenomenon. And what to do about that phenomenon? Yeah, I hate to take the credit for it, but I guess I just have to, because I have never heard of anyone who ever talked about this. Yeah, I discovered this phenomenon, and that's why I talk about it, because that's your freaking, you look at this and you recognize something, you recognize that as something recognizable creature, and if I arrange it like that, you make like a different perspective, which I think is completely appropriate in this context. In this context of this how-to tutorials, how to make mythical creatures impressions portrait from a rocky landscape. This is the how tutorial on how to do that. That's freaking simple, dude. So join my forum, take some photos, show me your rocky landscape. Let's maybe talk about building some kind of database of the myths hiding in the world, hiding around the world. Yeah, let's do it. If you want me to make more videos like this and talk more about this and prescribe them, then I will make even more videos probably. Yeah, I don't know, probably not, but subscribe, support my cause, support this new discovered phenomena. I don't care if you don't believe this mountains here is looking like a dry fossil, but I think that is having all the parts and located on the correct places and everything. I gotta go there on the maps yourself and look at it. Not edit. But I did show you edit photo, but don't be so caught up that I sometimes use this mirror effect, If I didn't use this mirror effect, there will be no art portrait. It will be a spare ass state. There will not be this phenomenon. There will not be no reason to make these videos. So I made some t-shirts, some new logos for my t-shirts. Go check them out. With my logo or something. Yeah, it's totally awesome logo. You know my logo. You want the sporty ass logo.